missed any Ekadashis or anything, we may, so then by doing this, we get all the Ekadashis results.
Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah.
That's why we may spend a little bit more time in the singing, like this Ekadashi. Let's try to spend more time.
More time, Prabhuji, then extra half an hour or 1 hour, Prabhuji?
Yeah, so we can put that. Otherwise, we get the, we don't get the energy.
Right, I understand, yeah.
See, fasting is not important.
Yes.
And the Ekadashi. Spending time on the Krishna is the more important. So,
okay,
let's schedule for 1 hour extra.
Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
What, 7:30 to 8:30?
7:15 to 9:15, like that, right? Oh, 7.
Huh?
Yes, Sugana.
7:15
can join
to 8:15?
9:15.
9:15.
Huh?
If we
9:15
drop out in the middle, so we can drop off. But the goal is to spend more time, in the association and consciousness shifting.
Coming Monday evening, Ekadasi. Yes.
I'm losing a while. So start at 7:15 to 8:30.
7:15 to 9:15.
Yes.
Okay. I'll leave at 8:30.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. How is your throat, Amma?
Yeah, still same, Akka.
Oh my goodness. Drink some
Morning only
ginger.
started. It has to be 3 days. It's okay.
Okay, I am going to sing one Vaishnava bhajan, and the translation also I am going to sing.
Sure.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Bhajahu re mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya charanara vindare. Bhajahu re mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya charanara vindare. Durlabha manava janama sasange. Durlabha manava janama sasange. Tarahu ye bhava sindure. Tarahu ye bhava sindure. Bhajahu re mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya charanara vindare. Sita tapa bata barisana edina jamini jagire. Sita tapa bata barisana edini jamini jagire. Bifale se vino krupana durajana chapala sukhalaba lagire. Bhajahu re mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya charanara vindare. Ye dhana yavana putra parijana iti ki aache pari titire. Ye dhana yavana putra parijana iti ki aache pari titire. Kamala dala jala jivana tala mala bhajahu haripada nitire. Bhajahu re mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya charanara vindare. Shravana kirtana smarana vandana pada sevana dashyare. ಶ್ರವಣ ಕೀರ್ತನ ಸ್ಮರಣ ವಂದನ ಪಾದ ಸೇವನ ದಾಸ್ಯರೇ ಭುಜನ ಸಖಿ ಜನ ಆತ್ಮ ನಿವೇದನ ಗೋವಿಂದ ದಾಸ ಬಿಲಾಸರೇ पूजन सखी जन आत्मनिवेदन गोविंद दास बिलासरे भजहु रे मन श्रीनंदनंदन अभय चरणर विंदरे भजहु रे मन श्रीनंदनंदन अभय चरणर विंदरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा थैंक यू O mind, just worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda, which make one fearless, having obtained this rare human birth. Cross over this ocean of worldly existence through the association of saintly persons. 2. Both in the day and night I remain sleepless, suffering the pains of the heat and cold, the wind and the rain. For a fraction of flickering happiness, I have uselessly served wicked and miserly men. What assurance of real happiness is there in all of one's wealth, youthfulness, sons, and family members? This life tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari. It is the desire and great longing of Govinda Dasa to engage himself in the 9 process of bhakti, namely hearing the glories of Lord Hari and chanting those glories, constantly remembering him and offering prayers to him, serving the Lord's lotus feet, serving the Supreme Lord as a servant, serving him as a friend, and completely offering the Lord one's very self. Thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotees.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Raghav.
It's very nice, Mataji. So this is Bhajare Mana Sri Nandanandan, right?
Yes, these songs compiled by some Narottam Das Thakur and most of these.
Govinda Das
Kaviraja.
Yeah.
Right. Very nice. Wonderful.
Very nice, Mataji. Very nice to hear.
Very nice. Your voice is also fixed too.
Yeah, very good your voice. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear all devotees. Thank you for joining for our regular Saturday Bhagavad Gita class. So we will be discussing the chapter 3 today.
Chapter what?
Chapter 3, Karma Yoga.
Okay. We are losing your voice sometimes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
No, when you said chapter,
But
after
okay.
the 3 we didn't hear.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, if
Well, maybe it's happening once in a while, not all.
you still have the same problem, let me know so I can dial with my cell phone. So we'll do the quick prayer. Om Nirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear all. So, we finished the summary of the chapter 192 the last 2 weeks, and last week we did not have a class because due to the Ratha Yatra, we all attended Ratha Yatra, and today we will be discussing chapter 3. So this chapter 3 titled as a Karma Yoga, right? And the goal of this class is, let's understand what Krishna is speaking in a Bhagavad Gita and with Arjuna, and then try to understand why he is speaking, and the next level is how we can apply in our day-to-day life, because of bhakti is the experience. It is not that like something someone can show us. So experience, so that experience we get when we apply practically in our life. So let's spend time on that one now. So the first of all, let's understand what is the karma. Anyone wanted to contribute to this? Please feel free to. What is the karma? Because we need to understand this thing. When we understand this karma, then let's focus on what is the karma yoga means, right? So until we understand this karma, then we cannot understand the yoga and the combining karma yoga. All right. So this chapter gives us that very, very great topics, and also Krishna spoken how we can practically implement these principles from this chapter. What is karma? What is karma? The question is, what is karma? How many types of karmas are there? How many types of karmas people are doing? Basically, it's right, today in this world, we see everyone doing some activity, isn't it? So, anyone wanted to explain karma? What is karma means?
Doing duties. Assigned duties.
So duties, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other
Actions.
Which is
actions?
action.
Action.
Which is
Yeah.
entitled Karma Yoga. We will discuss it in brief with the help of acronym tree.
No. I'm just asking only what is the definition? Definition only. Karma. What is karma means?
Working.
Yes, duty and
Activity, things that you do.
activity which we do. So anything we do, let's say we are speaking now and we are hearing. So hearing is also activity. So some karma is happening, and I'm speaking. So we are doing the karma. So some
Breathing and breathing. That's also activity.
some action we do, and that action is called karma.
Acting in a complete action in a
Karma.
good way.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I was explaining to my son the other day. I told him that your karma is like a digital footprint that you leave behind on the universe. So all of the activities that you do need to be good, so you leave a positive digital footprint behind. That's how I was trying to explain it to him.
Right. No, that's perfect, Mataji. Perfect. So the karma is action which we do it. What kind of action? We will come to that next point. So the action what we do is called karma. And sometimes karma means the reaction which we performed the action before. So the reaction is also called karma. Sometimes people say that, oh, what can I do? This is my karma. I take this as my karma. What does that mean? So that means when we are going through some difficulty situations and we say that, oh, this is my karma, I cannot escape it. So karma means action, and sometimes according to the context, we also use that karma as a reaction also. And sometimes we see that same karma is also called fruitive action, sakama karma. Karma means you can consider this as a sakama karma also, fruitive action, because of with some like expected results we do it, right? So it can be also called fruitive action, means sakama karma. So remember these three things. Karma means action, karma also means reaction, and karma also means fruitive action, sakama karma. So all this karma means, now consider this everything is a good karma, right? This is one type of karma. Karma means a good karma. Then that is called karma. A good karma, we call it as a karma. But there is another karma also there, bad karma. So what is that bad karma? So the bad karma is called vikarma. But now we know that bad karma, we know this good karma. And there is another karma also there. It is called bhakti karma. There is no good results we get it, and no bad results. So that karma is akarma. Means it is a bhakti, devotion. Devotional activities. Anything we do for Krishna is a devotional activity. So there are the three types of karmas now. The first one is the karma, vikarma, and akarma. Is that clear, Matajis? What is vikarma? What is karma? What is akarma? But now we have to understand this. If you take this, if a thief, right? If you ask the thief, are you doing good thing? Like robbery is a good thing. He says that, yeah, it is good thing only. Because he gives some explanation, right? So when to consider vikarma, when to consider, there should be some baseline. We have to draw a baseline. For the definition, we have to draw a baseline. Isn't it? So on what basis we call it as a good karma? On what basis we call it as a bad karma? Anyone wanted to answer this? What is the base? We can see that sometimes many people say that whatever I like it, that is a good karma. The one I don't like it, it is bad karma. How many of you agree on that one? It's true, right?
No, it's not true.
But many people say that, yeah, because if I don't like it, it is not good. Oh, they're bad people. Like, how can you say that bad people? On what basis we say that bad people? Because of them, we rejected them. So the likes and dislike, that is not the definition. So today's world, many people are doing that base. But actually the base should be, like the
dharma, the dharma and adharma could be following based on if you follow dharma, it comes under good karma, maybe. I mean, it's just a thought.
Yes. Dharma here, that's a good point, Kalyani Mataji. So dharma, see, under the dharma, we perform everything. Actually, dharma is the bigger thing, the top level of that. So, in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna had spoken based on the Niti Shastra, based on the Nyaya Shastra. 1 second. This phone is like skills up. So based on the Nyaya Shastra and based on, like that, and finally Arjuna speaks based on the Dharma also. But beyond Dharma, there is another thing. That is the spirituality. So based on the spirituality, dharma also changes. But that is called eternal, sanatana dharma. See, why for everyone have its own dharma, right? Like for example, the salt has a dharma. What is the salt dharma? And sugar has a dharma. And the lemon has a dharma. And the humans also have a dharma. Dog has its own dharma. Donkey has its own dharma. So everything in this world has its own particular dharma. And the humans also
Is that called Swadharma, Prabhuji?
Yes, that dharma is called swadharma. So this dharma also, as a father, as a mother, there is a different kind of dharma. As a wife or a husband, it is a different dharma. And as a, like a daughter-in-law or daughter, different dharma. Right? So dharma also, depending on the different level, so dharma works. As a student, they have their dharma. What is the student dharma? Study. Right?
Yes,
that's
study.
all his dharma is.
Students study.
Right. So that's why we, like this dharma is a bigger. Under the dharma, we do different activities. So this karma will be performed under the dharma itself. So is that clear? So that dharma come from the Manu Shastra. Because of we all, what is our source? We are the humans. Human means Manush. So the Manu, from the Manu, we came from them. Our, our ancestors are the Manus. So that Manu Smriti has written for us to follow. There is a Manu Smriti. We have to follow every level, how we can, do different kinds of activities. But according to Bhagavad Gita, so to define good or bad, we have to take the Shastra as a basis. Right? So based on the Shastra, if we follow Shastra and then do the activity under the, regulation of the Shastra, then that is a good karma. See,
Swadharma.
right. In the second chapter, Krishna had spoken very beautiful thing. I think at second chapter, 49th shloka. Krishna had spoken, advised Arjuna, keep all abominable activities away from this bhakti. What does it mean? What is abominable activity? Let's try to understand that. So if every day I'm waking up in the morning and I'm cooking for myself or for my family and we are taking it, so do you think it is an abominable activity or good activity?
Good activity.
I'm not doing any harm to anyone.
Good activity.
Anyone, any other comments? I want to hear more.
This is, we can't say abominable activity and we can't say good activity too, because we are not offering food to God, we are not doing anything, we are doing for our family. So this is in the middle, Prabhuji. How can we say not abominable? We can't say that. And we can't say like a good karma too.
No, but we have no choice of in between.
Yeah.
Either you have to confirm this as abominable or it's like a
Confusing.
I think that's good activity, cooking for your family.
okay, good activity.
Karma, good activity.
Yes. Any
You're
others?
you're not harming anybody, you're taking care of yourself and the family, and you're following Dharma. So it's a good karma.
Shani Mataji, is a good karma or bad karma? Rajkiran Prabhuji, good karma or bad karma? Cooking.
I think it depends on what you are cooking.
Cook for Jagannath is like
Serving is good karma, Prabhuji.
Good karma. Right? So in that
Serving the needy is good karma for that matter.
right. We all consider that as a good karma, but still we get the bad karma from that.
We are not offering to the Krishna, but there is no center Krishna.
Yeah,
That is the reason
yeah.
it is the bad.
right.
So I'll give you the same example. I'll give you the same. Yeah.
One question. What if you're not cooking good, healthy food for your family? Cannot be a good karma, right? If you're cooking junk food and feeding them bad things.
Oh yeah, that is also yes, that is a ultimate bad karma, because we are harming the others. Like, because of our food, someone is going to get sick. So,
right.
Because this is important, that's why I just wanted to have that discussion here, right? So, and Prabhupada said, I'll give you the one example. Let's say, the being we hire a maid servant. Okay? So the maid servant, they stay in our house. We give the shelter also. We give the groceries, we give the salary, everything, and they are living in our same house. Okay? Why we are paying and a given shelter to them? Because of they have to serve us. Okay? So now you tell me, if they are cooking for themselves, not for the owner, not for you, because you hired. But they are not cooking for you. Whatever they like, they are cooking and eating it. Do you think it is a good or bad?
Well, it depends upon what's the description of their duty. So you, for example,
you hired a person. You hired it. So I'm explaining clearly here. You hired a person. You gave him a shelter. They are staying in our house. They are using our kitchen, our groceries, our utensils, everything ours, and they are not cooking for us, for them. Is it good or bad?
Bad.
Oh, did you describe what's her duty? Did you tell her that she's also supposed to cook for you?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we give them. Otherwise, if they cook, they eat, and then how come we share our kitchen with them? Right?
Oh, they don't have.
We hired them and it's their duty, right, Prabhuji?
Right, it is their duty to work for us. They work for us.
And we are paying for
we are paying for them salary also. And they are cooking for themselves.
Then they are cook for you too.
What if they already cooked for the family and then they just wanted to make something separate for themselves? Would that still be bad?
Okay, so that's a good channel also bringing up. Okay, what do you think that one? So they already cooked for the boss, the master, and they are cooking now for themselves and eating it.
Then that's okay. She already.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is okay. That is good
Okay.
karma. The first one is not good.
They are doing for us.
Yes.
They are doing for us. After that,
And then they're doing for them.
Right. So see,
It's okay.
we understand different level of depending on the context and all that, right? But see, the servant anytime without
Permission.
if they wanted to take a nap and they go and use our bedrooms, is that good or bad?
Bad.
Bad.
Without the consent, doing anything is bad, right, Prabhuji? If they have the consent from their owner to do any cooking or, that is okay.
So,
Sleeping in the bed.
Now I am going back to our situation. We are cooking, right? When we are cooking for the family, now here it's a bad, right? Why? We need to understand it. We have to have this knowledge. What is the knowledge? We are also servant of Krishna. So this knowledge is essential. If we do not know this one statement, I am the servant of Krishna, then we get the question, who said this? I am the servant of Krishna. Right? Because some people may argue with it. How come you say that I am a servant of Krishna? In the Bhagavad Gita itself, Krishna had said that. Vamshi in the 15th chapter, 7th shloka. 15.7. Vamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. So he says that we are a part and parcel of Krishna. Every living entity is a part and parcel of Krishna. So the part of the mission has to, do the service to the mission itself, not outside of it. Right? But luckily, we have independence also. We are the part of Krishna. Part and parcel means this. We are part of Krishna, the mission, but we can act independently. That's why it is called parcel. Part and parcel. Means we are the part of Krishna, but simultaneously we can act independently. So that independence, we are using that independence now. With that independence, and instead of serving Krishna, we are cooking, we are doing everything for us. This is the difference. So anything is not centered the master is a sin. So our master is Krishna, and it's not serving Krishna, doing anything for ourselves is a sin. That's why Krishna telling Arjuna in the 2nd chapter, means keep me center. Is this clear now? So that is the Shastra. According to Shastra, and this. Now we know that what is a karma. How many times I explained?
Prabhuji, your screen froze. Your screen froze. I couldn't hear you. I don't know if it's just my computer, but your screen totally froze just now.
I think I should use my.
Losing your voice sometimes.
Your picture is losing your voice and your picture is freezed.
Okay.
Prabhuji, your voice is breaking, Prabhuji.
Yes, breaking, Prabhuji. Yes, yes.
Not all the time, once in a while.
I think now I am better.
Whatever the important
But
things
recently,
when you
but
say.
recently all the time, Mataji.
Yeah. No, I'm using my cell phone now. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Dandavad pranams, Mataji, Prabhuji.
You're
Mataji.
muted. You're muted, Prabhuji. Your computer's on mute. You need to unmute.
No, I'm using the other.
Okay. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we know that karma, types of karmas, and how using this karma. Krishna is telling us, you can use this karma to elevate or to degrade. Right? Same karma as a element. And in the 9th shloka, in the same 3rd chapter, 9th shloka, Krishna is saying that using this karma, you can elevate or you can degrade. Same karma only. Now you need to understand what is the difference when we degrade and when we elevate. So one thing we have to understand here is doing the karma is not only important. What is the important thing here? The consciousness behind the karma is important. Do you all agree with this? Consciousness behind the karma.
Right.
See, many people we see that they're all doing good. Even in the movies also, they show that the villain, the terrified villain, the dangerous villain, they do the yajnas also. Why they do it? They wanted to acquire more, he would not be caught by the police, or no one can kill him. So his intention is important. But every karma, that's why people say that don't see the actions, see the motivation.
So
right?
that people, they are thinking that is a good cause. They are doing like that.
Right. Because
for them, that is a good cause.
yeah. That's why in the Karma Yoga, Krishna is clearly telling us, karma is also important equally, but behind the motivation is more important than the karma. So if our motivation is good behind this karma, and now we know that I am the servant of Krishna, and Krishna said, Yajnarthat karmano nyatra. Yajna. If you do the karma for satisfying Krishna, Yajnarthat means for the yajna. So do the karma. When we do the karma for the satisfaction of Vishnu, so that karma will elevate us, liberate us. And the karma which done for our own satisfaction, that will degrade us. Is that clear, Mataji? Probably. So the karma as an instrument, only karma. Everything is a karma. But for the pleasure of the Lord, Vishnu, that is the way we are supposed to do it. If we wanted to elevate ourselves, then let's do the Krishna, let's bring the Krishna in the center. Satisfaction of the Vishnu. If not, then it will degrade us. Imagine that. Now Krishna is explaining another example here. Like a cooking. Yajna Shishtashina Santo Muchante Sarva Kilbishai Unjate Te Tvagam Papa Ye Pachantyatma Karanat. Look at this. That's why I took the cooking example. If we cook, Krishna is explaining clearly. I think it's a 13th shloka. Anyone remember that shloka? 13th shloka, I guess. Or 14th. No. 11.
13.
Lord, 1 second. Let me. I know the shloka, but I don't really. Okay. 13th shloka. Correct.
Okay. It says the devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first or sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment rarely eat only sin.
Okay. Now you all agree that what we've discussed before. If we use Dharma says that we have to take care of the family. So here, understand this. Dharma is we have to for family. We are cooking. Dharma says not a sin. But actually Krishna is saying that it is a sin. Why? Even in the name of the Dharma, if we are forgetting to offer Krishna, forgetting to cook, so that is why it incurs the sin. So even cooking also makes a lots of difference. That's why this is how we entangle in this world. Dharma says clearly, yes, you have to take care of the family. But beyond Dharma, Krishna is speaking some principle here. So that's why we have to understand. And this human form, every living entity is a servant of Krishna. When in the consciousness, so cooking for him means like cooking and giving the parts to outside. No. The consciousness needs to be elevated. So behind the karma, we have to have the good consciousness. I am cooking for Krishna. While cooking, let's have the conscious of cooking for Krishna. So when we do for ourselves, then we become what? Why we have to do this? Another one also Krishna is explaining it. See, we have our own duty, right? Swadharma is there. As Nagendra Kenya and Sugna Mataji said, we have a Swadharma. But this Swadharma is not independent of Paradharma, Parodharma. There are the three dharmas. Again, don't get confused. Swadharma, Paradharma, Parodharma. Swadharma is according to the place, time, circumstance. What is our dharma? We have to perform that dharma. Paradharma means others, imitating others. So, Krishna says in this chapter itself, don't follow other dharmas. Whatever is prescribed for you according to this varna and ashrama, then follow that. Even the paradharma is so beautiful. This is what happening today's world, right? Someone else, whatever they are doing, we like that most. And we start adopting that. That's why we are following the different culture, different countries of culture, like a Western culture. And people say that because we are adopting the Western culture. So this adopting the culture of the Western is a good or bad? Because this is the paradharma or parodharma?
It's bad.
Parodharma.
Right, exactly. Right. See, look at this. How I is saying, paradharma, do not follow the dharma, but follow parodharma. This swadharma has to depend on parodharma. This parodharma is, yes, I am a servant of Krishna, I have to serve him. That is the parodharma. Dharma is, he has to be pleased by every activity. Let's say we are hearing. What are we hearing? And that need to, please Krishna. And we are singing. That singing to glorify Krishna. Because that activity has to please Krishna. We are cooking. That has to please Krishna. We are working. By that, we have to please Krishna. So every activity. And we are taking care of the family. Yes. This activity has to depend on the parodharma. Like the same national, there is a federal law, right? Any business we wanted to do it, because doing the business is my dharma. But that business has to be done according to the national law. The country law is there. So we have to follow that law. You say like, oh, this is, how come I am not cheating anyone? How come I have to follow that? If you don't follow it, then they'll put you in a jail. They give the penalty. Right? So similarly, our swadharma need to depend on parodharma. So this is the core, like a principle. If we understand, then everything will be like amazing. There is no expensive things here. Only the consciousness. This is our own thought process need to change. Right? So that's why Krishna, speaking with Arjuna, in the beginning I have created the gods and the human, these living entities. Along with that, I have done that something called yajna. So we all say that work is worship. Work is worship when? When the work is worship, when we follow this depending on the parodharma, then this work becomes a worship. Otherwise, we get the bad karma. That's what Krishna is speaking here. And it entangles us. Any activity which make us entangle in this world, it is bad. Because we are stuck here. We don't know how to get. So that is what Krishna is explaining here. So while doing this, then we develop two kinds of things. Doership, right? I am doing it. When we have this doership, like ownership or proprietorship, is it a good or bad?
Good.
The result, what that is going to be? I am the doer. When we say that I am the doer, then what happens?
No, that's not good. That's not good.
Yes.
Not good.
The work assigned to us.
I do my duty.
The work which is assigned to us, then we feel that responsibility ownership, not the product ownership. So the doership mentality should not be there. So that is very important. So the doership is going to bind us.
The bossing thing, Prabhuji, like bossing.
Because of bossing. Because of its mind. Right? So, because of that attachment.
But that's a problem with everybody then.
Yeah, imagine that. This one chapter will give us so much. How rightly, wrongly, how to, avoid this wrongly doing things.
Prabhuji, this mentality starts from a small kids also.
Yeah, because of this entire cosmic manifestation, happened in the Ahankara itself.
Oh.
The false ego, from the false ego only it has been created. So it's not easy to get rid of it. So that's why everyone, even the small child, will have a false ego.
Yeah, because for the holiday period, they don't know what to do, so they put it in the piano class. And the boy, he felt like, I'm going to be a teacher, I'm going to take the piano class. Now you are telling to sit like a student. I can't do that. He was crying. He didn't sit there.
Right, because of the is there, because of the whole thing happened from the Ahankara.
Yeah. How they know that before this, the vasanas there still there?
False ego. Because of the ego. So what is the best way to get rid of the false ego? That's why in the second chapter, Krishna explained Arjuna, you are not this body. The first thing. I am not this body. We have to come to that level. Then he said, I'm also not this mind. I'm not this intelligence. I am not this false ego. So we have to grow. Then finally say that I am the soul. So theoretically we know that I am not this body. But the subtle body is still, coming into the picture. So we have to overcome. When the death happens, only we leave the grass body here. The subtle body travels with the soul. So whatever the body, the soul goes in, enter into, this subtle body also goes with it. That's why it's called Purva Janma Vasana, the smell from the last birth. So no one can change it. Only instead of changing that last life, the vasana, samskaras, some people call samskaras also. Last life samskaras. Or last life, memories. And they cannot be, taken out. Instead, we can use them in the service of Krishna. That's the parents' job. What is the habit? That's why the Annaprasana, one of the samskara, the Annaprasana time, and the parents arrange them. They keep the money, they keep the books, they keep the knife, they keep the Bhagavatam, they keep the Bhagavad Gita, and they keep the gold. And many people, they love it if the child touches the money or gold. Right? So when he touches the gold, that means he is fond of the gold. So from his previous karma, based on his previous samskaras, he is going to act accordingly. That is the hint and the instruction, parents are given by the child. And taking that, then we have an opportunity to grow him in such a way that, so to make him the best. And today what we do, we like this, and my kid wanted to do this. I said, that is your like, not the kid likes. isn't it? So we shouldn't do it. We have to provide the facilities in such a way that the kid, can, grow in his same natural way and utilize his resources and skill set or energies in the service of Krishna. So that way, how many of us enjoy our own job? I don't like the software engineer, but still I'm working. But if according to my nature, I would have become that, then I enjoy it. The work also we enjoy it, isn't it? If we are not enjoying the work, means that is not our natural swabhava. That was not our birth swabhava. Our swabhava is something else. And we are stuck with something else. So we don't enjoy it. So that something we stuck means, just for the time being to maintain the family, we are doing that. But actually parents have to help us according to the child interest. And one thing they can add is, yes, you can do whatever you like to, but you have to please Krishna. So that principle we can add it. So the kids also enjoy it. Yesterday I got a call from one of the devotees, she was forcing, made the child, almost 18, 20 years, do this service, do this service, do this service, do this bhakti, do this way, do this way. And now that girl is getting married and she's not even listening to mom anymore. Even we are not yet married, but she was literally crying. Why? Because she was thinking, I grown her 20 years. Yeah, you grown her 20 years, but not according to our way. You grown her according to your way. Then the child is not even, recognizing mother's effort. Why? Because of all these 20 years, they did not enjoy. Because mother loved that way and the child acted that way. So now she's happy, going away from that mother. Imagine that is such a, a miserable condition for a mother. But these are the things, we have to understand it. These are practical things we have to, So that's why Krishna is explaining it. And someone may ask, why I have to do this, all this? And Krishna giving the cycle of the sacrifice. In the third chapter, he is explaining that every living entity needed food, right? Do you agree on that? Every one of us needed the food.
Yes.
How do we get the food grains? If there is a water, rains. Because of the rain, we get the food. The food grains are depending on the rain. And who controls the rains? Indra.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Indra, Varuna. Varuna is another god. Responsible for the rain. But this Varuna is controlled by the king of the Devatas is Indra. And this rain will come when we do the yajnas, sacrifice. Right? When we do the right way of sacrifices, then the rains will come in a timely manner. And if these sacrifices come, how can we do the sacrifice? When we do the prescribed duties. Right? When we do our karma, and this sacrifice became a part of our karma. So when we do our prescribed duties and we do the sacrifice, then the rains come, and because of the rains, the food grains grow. And every living entity supplied accordingly. And this prescribed duty is mentioned where do the prescribed duties come? Not our own way. The Shastra. Vedas. And who wrote the Vedas? Krishna. Because he incarnated as a Veda Vyasa. So he incarnated and he had given the Vedas. And in the Vedas, prescribed duties are mentioned, how we all can perform it. And while doing the prescribed duties, one of the duties is sacrifice. We do the sacrifice, yajna. But because of the yajna, we get the rain. Because of the rain, we get the food. Because of the food, then all the living entities. So ultimately, we are depending on whom? We are depending on
Krishna.
So that's why we have to serve him. If we don't serve him, then what happens? We become a sinful.
Right.
So he's already clearing that. But Krishna also giving that. So like, behind all this, there is no expenses, no price tag is involved. That is the beauty Krishna is trying to explain us. So he's giving us the right way. Just change your consciousness. Don't get into that doership mentality. Right? So, any questions? Is it clear so far, Mataji?
Yes, definitely. It's very important.
Yes.
Right. Now, let's understand. Now we know the karma.
Excuse me, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Why only Krishna, Prabhuji? There is other devatas also there. Some people, they may ask, why you always tell about Krishna, 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 and some other gods also there. Why we don't want to go other devatas?
Right. So here, everything, according to Bhagavatam, according to even in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that, like the Brahmanas came from the head of the, this Vishwarupa. When he had shown the universal form, so from the head, they came from the shoulders, Kshatriya brothers came out, so different. So everything is a part of that universal form. Krishna's material universal form. Everything part of that. So if everything is part of that, like of the tree, so the branches are there and the leaves are there, right? And many things are there. When we water it, where do we water it? We do not have to water, like all the branches and the leaves. When we water to the roots, automatically everything will be, satisfied. Right? So let's take our example. That's really a good question. See, we have all the sense. We have a hand, and we have a stomach. That there was one drama was happening, and all the like legs, in the ears, nose, and everything. Everyone gathered together, thinking that the stomach is the one sitting idle, and she's not doing any activity and just taking all the food. And they declared, it's like, I don't want to. We all have to work for ourselves, And the legs went for, and all they got it, and they cooked very nice prasadam, right? And this hand is, what is the hand is? Hand is like just doing like this, taking out that, because it's trying to enjoy the food, right? Then then hand stopped, doing this. It's tired, and the legs also not getting any energy. They can't even walk by evening, and the eyes are closing. They can't even hold it to see it. So everyone realized it. Something is going on. Because of our strike, we thought that the stomach is we have to teach the lessons to the stomach, but they are teaching themselves the lesson because they are not getting any more energy. So finally they realized it. So we are all collectively working together and putting that inside the mouth, and then goes into the stomach. Then when it goes into the stomach, then only the hands get the energy, and every part of the body gets the right energy. Right? So we feed to the stomach. We don't have to feed all the gulab jamuns to my hand, around my hands. You don't get anything out of it. right? If I put all the, like ice cream, to my head, what happens? I don't get energy.
Triglycerides.
Yeah, we don't get any energy.
Fats.
Yeah. Then we get that, like, we need more energy to wash it. Even we can't even wash it. But when they all together, after realizing that, they fed to the stomach and everyone became joyful. So the similar way, that's what Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita is saying, that Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwara. What does that mean? Sarva Loka Maheshwara. He is the Maheshwara of Sarva Loka. Sarva Loka means Swarga also this was another Loka, right? And he is also master of. So who lives in that Swarga Loka? All the devatas live there. So he is the Maheshwara of that Loka, means he is the Maheshwara of all the devatas also. And there is a Brahma Loka also. He is the master of the Brahma Loka. So that means he is the master of the Brahma. Just if we understand it clearly, that but Krishna says that don't do to all them. They say that any yajna we do it normally in the temple or anywhere. Finally, they say Sarvam Krishna Arpanam. Then Krishna says that instead of doing indirectly, why can't you do that directly? Because everyone work under his direction. So some of the people, they may not like this one, but since I don't like means that is not, it will not become a false, right? So whether you like or don't like, that is the fact. That is the truth. We have to feed to the stomach. That's it. If you wanted to water the tree, water the roots. Oh, I don't want to water the roots. Okay, that's fine. You water it and the tree is going to dry up soon. So watering the branches and all, the tree not going to get any energy. Right? But that is a fact. But depending on our level of the false ego and the lust, Krishna explains in this also, the different degrees of lust and ignorance levels. Everything he covered in this chapter very beautifully. Is that answer clear, Nagendra Kenya? Yeah. So that means we have to water the roots. There are the different processes, but ultimately we have to water the roots. That's it. That's the only solution to it. And Bhagavatam, Narada says that clearly. Right? So because he is the source, he is speaking that, this knowledge. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. So he is the Maheshwara of all the lokas. So this is what Krishna is explaining here. Now, we just covered only one part of it. Now, if we understand that what Krishna is explaining in this chapter to Arjuna. Arjuna came with a question. What is the question? Oh, Krishna, you said that avoid abominable activities, but now here there is a key point. Focus on this. Whatever Krishna had explained in the second chapter, Arjuna, lack of his, understanding. Let's say, blindly we can put that he misunderstood some of the points. We go into the same situation many times, right? When we misunderstand, what is the first job when we misunderstand it? Even in the workplace also, if someone is explaining about the project, at the end, what is like, oh, let me understand what you are saying. So he puts all what he is understanding in front of the meeting. Then, if it is the right understanding, then they say like, oh yeah, you're right. If not, they explain it again. So Arjuna also trying to put the same thing. Whatever his understanding is conveying into Krishna. Hey Krishna, you said avoid abominable activities, but why are you engaging me in this ghastly warfare? Warfare is a dangerous, sinful activity, right? According to Arjuna, it is a sin. Because killing the people is a sin. But Arjuna was thinking that jnana means, buddhi means like use this buddhi, avoid this battle and go and live somewhere in the forest. Give up the work. But Krishna is not recommending that in this chapter. This is the beauty. Many people think when people come to this bhakti, they don't do the activities because they give up the families, they give up the work. No. Krishna never ever recommended throughout the Bhagavad Gita giving up this. You have to do it wherever according to your varnashrama. You have to perform your duty. Is why you have to perform it? That's why Krishna is saying that, this jnana, because some of them are, renounce the work. And Krishna is warning them, do not renounce it. Keep working in a bhakti way, bhakti yoga, karma yoga. Not karma. Krishna is not saying that just do the karma. I'll take care of it. He says that do the karma yoga. Yoga means connection. This is the meaning of yoga. So whatever the karma we are doing, when we do for the pleasure of the Lord, it becomes a karma yoga. If we do for ourselves, it is a vikarma. So for the self versus the Krishna, whose pleasure? So that is in our consciousness. So that's why Krishna recommending Arjuna, you do this, the nishkama karma yoga, nishkama. Krishna is saying that you do nishkama karma yoga. What is the karma yoga? Karma we understood. According to Shastra, whatever we do, it is a karma or karma kanda. But the karma yoga means we give the offer results to Krishna. That is karma yoga. At least some percentage, not full percentage, some percentage. Then it becomes a karma yoga. The nishkama karma yoga means you don't desire, you give everything to Krishna. All the fruits, results to Krishna. No more of attachment to the fruits. But some people may say that, I am not qualified to do that. I am not there. Then Krishna says that if you can't do the karma, nishkama karma yoga, do the karma yoga. Try to offer something. In the consciousness, keep in your consciousness, I am working for Krishna, I am cooking for him, then give a 1%, 2% results to the Bhagavad Gita distributions or temples. Somewhere you start giving to someone something, for the Krishna. That's a karma yoga. Right? So this is the process. And someone says that, I'm very much interested in Jnana Yoga. Krishna says, you may be qualified for Jnana Yoga, but still do the Nishkama Karma Yoga. Why? Because the great people, whatever the great people do, that common people follow it. That is the nature of this world. Like stars, cricket stars, politicians, and movie stars. Whatever they do it, we follow them. Just to set the right example, you do the Nishkama Karma Yoga. You may be overqualified, but still do. Don't give up the work. Krishna is stressing every point. Whenever Arjuna says that he wanted to run away from this work, he says no. You can't run away. Do this. You have to work. Arjuna was asking why I have to work? I'm a very qualified person. I said no, to set the example. And Krishna is giving that. Even King Janaka also worked. Even I worked. I appear in this world, I also work. When I am working, what is your problem for working? And a great King Janaka also worked. Krishna is giving some of those. So this is how we have to follow it. So keep the Krishna in the center of our consciousness. That's all. Then everything will become beautiful. Right? So yeah, I'll stop here. Any questions, comments? Hope it makes sense. Because I just wanted to dig in deeper into that, what we are doing here. Even if we change our consciousness 1%, our life is successful. Any questions, Matajis?
I have one question, but I don't think it's related to the Bhagavad Gita. It's related to the Bhagavatam, because it said one of the 5 things that's not good to do is people going to gamble, like in the casinos. My question is, if someone is working at the casino, is he getting the same sin as the people who go there to gamble?
No, so the way, we have to see different ways, Mataji. If we can see, before he knows this knowledge, he is working there. But he's not going to get the sin.
Oh.
But when he knows it, because he doesn't know it, right? But even after doing this, and Prabhupada, told someone like this. Once you know this, okay, working here is a sin. Like it. Once we know that, gambling is not good and this is a sinful activity, then Prabhupada said, try to find out outside of that. But if you can't get it, because if you can't get it, you have to do your service. But internally, we have to detach from that.
Mm-hmm. So
internal consciousness, because that's why Prabhupada made that so beautiful consciousness concept. Like the lotus leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Lotus stays in the mud.
Yeah.
No mud will touch the lotus leaf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Consciousness should be like that, but it is because unless they have a strong association, it cannot have that consciousness. One day they lean towards that.
Mm. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams.
Many questions will come up, but this is maybe I thought wanted to take the light class, but when it comes to practical way, it becomes heavy sometimes, because we will be doing habit of doing some different ways, right? But knowing things are always better. Just to know things, what is the right way, what is wrong way, because of day-to-day activities. In this chapter, Krishna, look at that. Even he stressed he went at the level of even cooking level also. Because we were all thinking that cooking is not a problem, but cooking is also becoming a problem if we don't do the right way. Not big sin, but at least it entangles us here. We have to understand that way, because we cannot get out of this place. No questions?
I just want to clarify. So Parodharma is for God. Paradharma is copying somebody else.
Right.
So you don't want to copy somebody else.
No, Krishna clearly said that Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharma Bhayavaha. If you follow the Paradharma, you create the dangerous situations in the world.
Mm.
These are very dangerous. Even Swadharma is a faulty. So many faults in it. But still you do the Swadharma only. Because it's dangerous. Unless we are completely elevated. We the questions also, the Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra, became a Brahmarshi. He was a Kshatriya. Born in a Kshatriya family, but he became a Brahmarshi.
Right.
So, but that level is different.
Right. So, but if the Paradharma is something good, can they follow?
No, it is it never gives the right results.
Okay.
Because according to our nature, we have taken a birth.
Okay.
So, for example, I see that, okay, I see some of the attorneys and they are I can see that some ways, because in the movies also we see that beginning motivation, even, someone was telling me that example, I don't know if I can use this. like Delhi CM, the Kejriwal. The purpose of his, the movement when Anna Hazare started this corruption, and the purpose, the aim was really good. But now he's stuck. He was stuck in that one of the scam. Initially, I may think that if I become attorney, I can serve the people better. If I become a politician, I can serve the people better. But once I become that, then pretty chances are there. More chances are there to adopt that culture. And again, when I become that corrupted, I am going to be the dangerous corrupted person. Because that is my paradharma. Because I don't know how to do it.
Because I followed them.
Every danger is there. Initially, for certain period of time, we may follow good ethics and all, but because of this material world, right? So it's like haunt us. Right. Then we create all the dangerous things in the society. That's why this always danger. Krishna says, even if there are the good things, Krishna says that even it is the best thing paradharma, but your dharma is like so many faults, but still you do the paradharma, swadharma only.
So swadharma is better than paradharma. Paradharma is lot better, which is sacrifice.
Yeah, swadharma has to depend on the paradharma. That's a Parodharma has to follow the Swadharma has to follow the Parodharma because of everything the combined families. Remember that olden days?
Right.
Combined families, right? So they have different fields they were working, but their goal was under the same, that's why they could able to live together.
Right.
Because everyone's goal is same. Similarly, every human society goal, we have a bigger responsibilities. Actually, not responsibility. So because of that bigger responsibility, then we have to, work for that principle, parodharma.
Balance. Yeah.
Then everything will be balanced.
Lot of work, yes.
Yeah, that's why even politicians have to work under the parodharma. When they follow that, then even any law they create, it will not create any problems in the society. But now and whatever they are doing it, whatever they do it, they favor one and they do not favor the others. The revolution comes out of that because of the lack of that. But olden days, whatever the rule they make it, everyone will be happy.
Right.
Because level. So we have to make the decisions on the spiritual level, not the material, caste, creed, that level.
That's true. Very nice, very nice. We enjoyed the wonderful divine talk.
Just wanted to practical way.
Nice, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
This way is good, yeah.
Absolutely. Very nice. Wonderful.
Rajkiran, any questions, comments?
You're losing voice again.
You're losing voice again?
Some cut off.
Cell phone.
Hi, Krishna Prabhuji. I have a question or a comment or topic to just throw in the arena. We can talk about it next time. But so many times in these talks, I hear we are not our body, right? Until it's time to other people always making you feel like you're a woman, you need to do this, and then we are the body. So it's like a huge contradiction, right? Because there are all these rules that women are supposed to follow specifically. And like me, for example, I shaved off all my hair. Everybody's always asking me, when are you going to grow your hair back? If I'm not the body, why does it matter? Why do these things matter? I mean, I know I'm a woman. I know I'm a mother. But there's more than one way to be a woman. And there's many ways to be a mother. And it shouldn't matter. Thank you.
So actually, this should be, the others should not point it out, because of others should not consider either. Even if I am here and I cannot, judge or comment on my Nagendra Kanya, because I have to see. That's what when we come to the bhakti, we see that my guru always tells us, even wife and husband, you have to treat yourself, both of you, as a Vaishnava. At some level, we feel that I am husband and she is a wife, right? And at some level. And when there is a fight, not misopinions or argument happening, then that time the bigger principle had to come there immediately. Hey, we are not this, we are the Vaishnavas. So we have to respect again. When we consider that, so that means any relationship should be under this principle, Vaishnava principle. So as long as that is there, but this soul is in this body, what can we do? As long as this soul is in this body, and using that body, we have to achieve Krishna. That's our goal. But not to please others.
Okay, so let me rephrase it. For example, I'm not this body, except for, why are there no initiating female gurus in ISKCON? If we're not the body, then why does it matter that women always have to stay in their place? I don't, you know what I mean? This is every religion, though.
That the soul is in this body now, right? We are not this body, but the soul is in this body. So this body has some limitations. And when we enter into this body, we get the consciousness of this body, right? Because even being a woman, we don't think like a male all the time. Because as soon as there are two women, they eat the ears, right? Like something. So because of this, but look at the Shastra example, Jada Bharat. Jada Bharat was in the deer body, right? But his consciousness is spiritual level. That's why he remembered previous life, who he was. So he maintained that consciousness. And he left the body, that dear body, with that spiritual consciousness. Yes, having the spiritual consciousness is good. But when we do the duties, the Swadharma is according to the female body. Right, Mataji? Yes, consciousness is always better. Spiritual consciousness. But what is your Swadharma? Your Swadharma is the being that the woman body. You adopt those responsibilities as a woman body.
Let me add my feeling on that. People who are in a materialistic world will view like that. When they are in Adhyatmic world, they won't mention anything. I fully understand that. So how these people are viewing it? What's our level of thinking it? So I fully understand. It's a body, just body, nothing. But in a spiritual world, nobody should be making any comments on that. But then that's the way they view it, because they're entangled with the materialistic world. That's how they view.
And this body discrimination, differentiations are there in the spiritual world also. Gopis, Gopas, they are the male body, female body, but not to materially seeing that, differences materially, but spiritually there is no differences.
Correct.
Consciousness is, what is the consciousness? Pleasing the Krishna. Everyone have their own, using their capacity, how can I please Krishna? So as soon as they see the differences, they come back. So no one, even dog, bird, every body will be utilized in the service of Krishna. That's the only the consciousness. But yes, Swadharma is based on our body level because we are in the material world, right? But the conscious on the spiritual level, that's the only way we can, overcome these kind of situations. But expecting someone, doing that, I cannot expect, someone like, oh, you are this body, you do this. No. But body also has some needs and some responsibilities using this body. Because as a mother, as a wife, with so many interlinked relationships. So everywhere, this body has responsibilities. By fulfilling these responsibilities, having the spirit, developing the spiritual consciousness is important for us. Okay, Mataji? So, yes. Because
you still have some doubts, Mataji? Yeah, there's a lot of people make all kinds of comments and thinking and you.
Discuss in the next class with more examples. But that's why don't consider. Prabhupada always says that Prabhupada, they are saying that women have a less brain, and the Prabhupada laughingly used to say that, okay, you chant more, your brain become bigger. Because that is the Shastra, because that's the limitation of the body, not the soul. Soul level, there are no discrimination, no limitations. But every body has its own functioning. According to that functioning, we have to take it.
The Bautik world.
So we are living in this world, and we got in this kind of body. So we have to act. When we enter, like Indra, he entered into the pig body, and he was behaving like a pig body itself, and his consciousness was also pig body. Like whereas the Jadabharat in a deer, but his consciousness was spiritual. And the Gajendra also, he was in the elephant body, but it was spiritual. That's why he is to Lord Krishna. Our goal is to develop what body. Don't worry about the body. Then our goal is to develop the consciousness. Yes, this given by Krishna, we got it. Just utilize that body and to grow. That's all.
Mataji, did you clear the doubt, conflict on this?
Right, there's a big topic.
It's not a conflict. It's just I'm just always curious because, like, even in Buddhism, they say the same thing, but the men are monks and the women are nuns, and the nuns' responsibility is to clean the temple where the men live. They're separated, so I'm always curious. It's not a doubt. I'm just more curious because I definitely see this hypocrisy, I guess is the word,
Right.
In a lot of the different places. Like, I definitely had a man at the temple tell me that I should start wearing saris now.
No, Mataji, these are all societal implementations of pressures. Like, for example, I can tell you, I visited one of the temples here, and then I supposed to be sitting on one side where all the ladies are there, and I sat on the other side where also men were there. I did not notice it. One lady comes to me, I said, Mata, I cannot talk to you. Can I talk to you? I said, what? Well, you're not supposed to be sitting in that line. You have to sit in the other line. I said, why? Well, that's the way it is. So that means I realized that I'm not supposed to be sitting in the row where the men are there. So this is all our mentality, how people view it. So this is all societal pressures. But it should not be a matter where I sit. I go to temple, you pray and you see, but then these are the conservative minds and they still are stuck with these things. It's cultural values. So then it becomes a big problem of transgender population. So imagine what they're struggling with.
Yeah, so these things need to be used not to discriminate or differentiate. This thing to use as opportunities, that's all.
Mm.
A body is an opportunity to go closer to Krishna. That's the only way.
Right. Yeah, even in Buddhism, there nothing says, oh, you have to sit here, you have to do this. It's all our created own disturbance in our minds. That's what I feel.
There is a reasons also. Like when you go to the temple, they say that do not wear the red color one, for example. Why the red? Because of the temple, sannyasis come, sages come, like brahmacharis come. And the more we, decorate ourselves, their vision come focus on their, the beauty instead of the Krishna. So these are distraction happens. Only everything established and proposed is to grow Krishna. That's all. Everything we have to see that aspect.
Right. Well, again, in some cultures, they have to wear veil, and they're not supposed to show their hair, not supposed to show their body hair, nails, hands, and all. So imagine that, what it is. Because they say that you're exposed more and you're attracted into other sex and something will happen. So there's I feel pity for this kind of stuff, but then, you're born and you don't have a freedom to have your own beauty and own things. And so there's a lot of societal, cultural values, distortion, disturbances. I feel like people are wasting a lot of their energy on that. So,
but just use that as an opportunity. That's it. Simple way.
Correct. We can't comment on too many things, but a lot of stuff happens.
Hundreds of things when we start discussing like male, female, it's like a never-ending story. From generations, people are struggling with this. But others is simple. Use that to please the Krishna. Utility is a principle. That's it.
That's it. I think it's a great session, yeah. But very nice, very nice. Broaden our minds and not to get entangled into the limited behaviors of others. So
yes. Thank you so much for everyone joining the class, and see you all next week.
Very nice. Thank you so much.
Note or comment, like you don't like our topics I shouldn't touch or I should touch, you can always recommend it too. There are some sensitive topics, but sometimes, while we speaking, we may, cross those also. But feel free to, message us what should not be touched during the sessions. Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarusya kripa sindhupeva cha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि भक्त वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रील प्रभुपादा की जय. श्रील गुरु महाराज की जय. निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. हरि हरि बोल. थैंक यू प्रभु जी, माता जी.
Thank you, Mataji. Prabhuji.